Alright guys, as you guys can see by the title of the video, we are at Beaver Valley Mall here in Moneca, PA. Now, this mall has a long interest in history, but I'm only gonna give a brief summary here because I don't want to bore you guys too much. I want to let you guys have some peaceful music as well. But anyway, the mall opened up in 1970, and its mall original anchors were the Joseph Horn Company, Gimbels, and Sears. Now that same year, the Gimbels chain was purchased by a tobacco company, and it remained till finally 1986 that Gimbels was sold to May Companies, which became Kaufmann's. Now, the Joseph Horn Company, eventually over time got bought out by Federated and briefly became Lazarus, but it only lasted 3 years before that store became Boscov's, which is still there. So, as time went on, nothing really changed. There was inline tenants that were leaving during this time. Now, this mall has absolutely aesthetics. Love the ceiling lights. I didn't leave the sound on because it would be copyrighted, but you can literally hear the fountain throughout the whole mall. You guys can see we're passing by a couple empty anchors, but just the center court area is absolutely beautiful, although you guys will hear the fountain at the end. But anyway, so as time went on, nothing changed until 1998. JCPenney became the fourth anchor, which was a built-up anchor. As you guys know, one was only built with 3, and it was built right by the food court. Now, JCPenney, ironically, moved out of the Northern Light Shopping Plaza, which if you guys have seen Wally B's videos, you guys will know that was the Ames he got inside of, which is now torn down. But anyway, enough of that. But by the way, Dick's Sporting Goods became the 5th anchor, technically, which the store was built between JCPenney and Boscov's, although Dick's Sporting Goods is interesting because of the sense that it's considered an anchor, it doesn't really have its own wing. It's the only anchor in the store that does not have its own wing. But anyway, so this mall really took a hard time, unfortunately. In the year 2016, Sears announced they were closing, as the company closed hundreds of stores during the couple years during that time. And then the following year, Macy's announced it was leaving the mall, and it closed on March 26th, 2017. It's weird how Sears doesn't have an exact date, but Macy's does. Also during 2017, Pennsylvania Real Estate Investment Company was sold the mall to Nandar Realty Group, which doesn't have a very good history when it comes to shopping mall. By the way, that Royal King is the Sears, as you guys just saw in a minute. It's not gonna go. But yeah, but the good news is in December 2017, Royal King, and a pretty profitable farm store in this part of the country, announced would become the new anchor store, taking over the place of the former Sears. And then that store opened up March 25th, 2018. Then U-Haul purchased the former Macy's in January 2018 and now operates it, so that's not good. Nothing necessarily against U-Haul, but not good to see that take over from off-pay to another full-line department store. But anyway, inline tenants have just continued to leave. At this point, the food court, as you guys will see, a lot is also empty, and you guys have already seen a lot of empty tenants. But then in 2020, right as malls started to reopen in this part of the state and really the country, unfortunately, JCPenney filed for bankruptcy, and they originally announced that they were going to close this location. But then a month later, JCPenney backtracked, and they ended up staying open at this location, which, as of this recording, back in early May, is still open and still doing decently okay, which is good. So as I said, the current anchors are Boscov's, JCPenney, your Dick's, and then you have your U-Haul and Royal King. So the anchor-wise, they're all filled. Now, U-Haul, I don't really consider a full anchor because it can't really go in there randomly. You have to have permission. But either way, but the inline tenants are just, a lot of national chains have left. I'm honestly shocked that FYE's still there. And I have a friend of mine who would probably agree with me on that statement. But anyway, but yeah, unfortunately, it's been filled up with a lot of mom-and-pop stores which have tried to keep this mall open. By the way, guys, these lights right here are absolutely aesthetically, and we'll see if they do it. I don't give this mall very much of a chance. There's a lot of malls in the Pittsburgh area that are doing very well for themselves. And for just see this mall being squeezed out, but you never know. I mean, I would love to see this mall survive. Just the aesthetics of this mall. One of my favorite malls I've ever been to, and as you guys know, follow me this channel all along, I've been to a lot of malls over the years. But anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. I'm going to put Susan music in, and then you guys will hear the fountain at the end, which I always love doing, as you guys know from my mall videos, any malls that have fountains. From now on, if you guys didn't know, you guys will be hearing that at the end of my videos before the outro. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys for the next video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Friday for Dead Mall Fridays, which will take us to Merritt Square back in Merritt Island, Florida. So we're going back down south as we're up north today. All over the place with malls, as I never stop seeing things. But anyway, now for the final time, I will stop blabbing, and I will see you guys for the next video. And bye-bye, guys.
Okay.